Hey guys, I'm Matt, and today we're going to be talking about a new weight loss drug called Contrave. Contrave is a new weight loss drug that is only been out on the market for a few months, maybe a year and a half. I have had a lot of success with this drug. Earlier this year, I went to my doctor to get my physical done earlier this year because typically I have a problem of waiting until the last 2 or 3 months of the year. So this year I thought I'm going to go early, I'm going to get it done, and I'm going to get it out of the way. So when I was there, I stepped on the scale like always, and when I saw the number, I about fell off the scale. During the exam, I was talking to the doctor and explaining that after I leave the gym, that I would be starving and I would be craving junk food, like candy, pizzas, fast food. Everything that's pretty much bad for you, that's the only thing that I was craving. So basically what was happening, I would go to the gym and I would burn, I don't know, like 400 calories. Then I would immediately go on my way home and stop and get some kind of junk food, either snacks or fast food. I would consume at least double, if not 3 times the amount of calories that I had just burned at the gym. Basically, going to the gym was just a waste of my time because I was burning a little bit of calories and consuming way more than what I should have been consuming. So I talked to the doctor about if there was anything that would help me suppress my cravings or my appetite that wasn't like some of the other weight loss drugs that are out there on the market that kind of make you really hyper and jittery and just kind of like make you feel like you're going to jump out of your skin. I didn't really want to deal with that, so I asked if there was anything else that would help me take the edge off of my appetite and help me control those kind of urges. So the doctor walked back in and had a little pouch like this, and I was like, what's this? I'm not going back to school. So in the packet was this 2 little informational packets. One was about the drug itself. It talks about it's a new FDA approved treatment for weight loss, and then it kind of goes through the uses for Contrave. And then there is a little sticker here that you can kind of put on your mirror or your fridge or wherever you're going to look every day when you wake up in the morning, and it kind of gives you like a reminder of how to step up, because the drugs that are in Contrave, they're 2 very well established drugs, and I'm going to put the contents of the drug down in the description below. Basically, one of the drugs is very well known for treating depression or anxiety. The other drug that's in it is used to help with people who are addicted to narcotics. And together, combined, they kind of help you break that feeling of addiction to junk food or food in general. Because of the drugs that are in this, it requires a step up or like a graduated building up of the drug in your body. So the first week you start with just 1 pill every morning. Week 2 you start 1 in the morning, 1 at night. And then week 3 is 2 in the morning, 1 at night. And then 4 is 2 in the morning and 2 at night. And about by week 4 you should be at the therapeutic dose that you'll actually start to see some of the changes and the impacts of the drug. I personally didn't feel any different until probably about week 4 or 5, and that's also about the time that I started really suffering from a lot of the side effects. So some of the most common side effects that people have when they take Contrave is dizziness, headaches, nausea, vomiting in some cases, constipation. I was really inspired to do this review on the drug because when I started taking it about 6 months ago, there was very few reviews that were online. Since then, I've noticed that there's a few more reviews that have been uploaded by other people on YouTube. I really was inspired to do this video because when I first started taking it, there was really not any good reviews as far as videos on this drug. You had people that really suffered from the nausea, the vomiting, and the dizziness. And so I felt that I wanted to give my point of view from my experience. Like I said, at week 4, I really started noticing headaches, dizziness, nausea, and I just kind of thought, okay, well, the drug's really strong, just give it a little bit of time. So basically, after my 1-month checkup with the doctor, I decided, okay, I'm going to give it 2 months. I'm going to give it 2 months to see if it actually works and if I get used to this drug and kind of move past the side effects. I'd probably start feeling the side effects about maybe 30 minutes after I took the dosage in the morning. and it would probably last about maybe an hour-ish, give or take. I also noticed that they were intensified if I took them with food. Started experimenting. I took the dosage on an empty stomach, and I noticed that while I still kind of had the side effects, they weren't nearly as bad as if I took them with food. But that's something that worked with me. I've seen reviews and I've heard other people say that it's kind of the opposite, that the medication is too heavy, and so it kind of helps them if they take it with something to eat. That's something that you're going to have to play around with and see what works best for you. I have been sick, vomited a few times, probably 3 or 4 times. Like I said, it's within the first 30 minutes to an hour after taking my dosage. It's always in the morning because I'm up and I'm moving. When I take it at night, I'm usually going to bed right after, around that time, so I typically don't have any side effects because I'm sleeping. So I have vomited. Basically, I just threw up the medication. It was, too heavy in my stomach. And it's immediately after I dispelled everything that was in my stomach, I instantaneously felt better. So if you do have this happen to you where you do get sick to your stomach and you end up vomiting, don't let that discourage you and make you feel like you can't do this drug. I have been on Contrave now for 6 months, and in 6 months I've gotten sick to my stomach 3 times. So it's rarely happens, and I typically have noticed a pattern that if I take the drug and immediately go and do something really active, and I go to the gym or I'm up running around, then that's when it kind of makes the nausea go to the next level where I'm actually going to get sick. I would really, really, really encourage you to stick with it. Now, if you're vomiting every day, or very frequently, then that was something that you need to discuss with your doctor. I know that there are other medications that other people have talked about in their reviews where their doctor has prescribed them with anti-nausea and vomiting medication to help keep that from happening. Maybe that's a path that you want to try, maybe it's not. Like I said, this is kind of a personal experience, and everybody has a different combination or a different method that's going to work for them. So if you felt like my review was helpful or just encouraged you to continue with the drug if you are suffering from the side effects, subscribe to my channel or like this video, share it with your friends, share it with people that you think would benefit from this perspective or point of view on his experience of Contrave. I think that getting information out and hearing testimonies of people that have gone through this would really, really, really help change people's lives. So like my video, subscribe to my channel, and make sure you leave a comment below. If you have a YouTube channel and you've done a review, in the comments, put a link to it. I'd love to hear what your experience is, and I hope this helped.